Um, as we all know, there are some certain important changes that we need to make in our lifestyles so as to accommodate or rather combat climate change that is facing us today. It's very important that we incorporate some lifestyle changes so that we don't suffer, right? We are the future, we are the change that we need to see in the world. And if we are not, then of course the world won't change. So, without further ado, I would like to invite Panu Haldar from the CEE, and he'll talk about some changes that he has made in his own life and how he has impacted the world and fought against climate change. Go ahead.
Very good evening to everyone. I am Panu Haldar from Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh, India. I am a teacher in Bharat Mata English Medium School. I run an eco club in which I used to connect young school students with environment conservation. Our team work for environmental conservation, innovation and sustainability. And we are working actively with Prabjot Sodi sir from last 15 years. We do many activities like making soap pit in schools, public places, recycling waste, promoting low carbon lifestyle, making more and more students climate literate and climate champion, plantation drive, cleanup campaign, etc. We feel very proud that we have approached, inspired, and make 14 lakh students from 650 eco clubs to climate literate, and they are adopting low carbon lifestyle. I thank you to Sodi sir and from core of my heart and helping us, guiding us and inspiring us due to which we are able to do all of this thing. Thank you very much to all of you. Now my team member will share some activities in little detail. I invite Poonam Singh.
Very good evening to one and all present over here. Jessica ma'am, Sodi sir, Samriddhi ma'am, Kriti ma'am and all. And we are the members of Team Nature Bodies and I am Poonam Singh from it. And we are basically a group of young school students which work for the conservation of environment and to fight and combat with the climate change which is taking place. We all know that climate change is keeping on frequently, it is changing and it is keeping on affecting the various life forms in this planet. So it is our responsibility now to take actions to reduce the impact of climate change by adopting a low carbon lifestyle. So being in connection with Sodi sir, we have worked in various fields and in this, we have worked and changed our school into a green school by making our by adopting a green and sustainable traffic plan for our school, which we the students have developed for our school. So, in this, the main problem that we identified was the unwanted crossing of traffic chaos that was taking place in front of our school. And the basically the problem was that our school was situated in front between the two squares, and in these two squares, a huge amount of people used to get accumulated, and due to which unwanted crossing was taking place. And also, our school is situated just near to the railway station, and due to which the common civilians and passengers also added into this problem. So this was the problem, and after identifying the problem, we started making strategies to solve it in a sustainable manner, because it was only responsible for causing 2 to 3 accidents in a week, and the noise pollution, air pollutions were other issues that were taking place and were degrading the environmental conditions of our school and the nearby surroundings. So therefore we adopted a certain action plan and made strategies to solve this problem. And in these strategies, we first took the permission of our school authorities and help of the teachers, and we conducted meetings, lectures, and we talked to the school students. Our team did brainstorming and we counseled the students. We collected data from the students about the mode by which they are coming to school and from which particular direction they are coming to school, because our school has three gates, and we ensure that if the students who are coming from the particular direction facing the particular gate, if they will park their vehicles in that particular direction, then it will reduce the problem of crossing over. So like this, after counseling the students, asking them to adopt this strategy, we approach to their parents who come to leave the students and take them from school. And the auto rickshaw drivers, we also convinced them to follow our strategy, and like this we approach them. And also we allotted a particular parking system to the students and to the auto rickshaw drivers and parents in front of our school. So in this way we finally reduced the problem of traffic chaos that was taking place in front of our school. And we adopted a queue system in which we decided to release every student in queue after the school gets over. And we also let the students who are coming from the second shift to enter in a queue. So this queue system helped us a lot, and our plan worked on. And in this way we got success in reducing the traffic chaos in front of your school in a sustainable manner. And the achievements of this uh, project was quite amazing. Like, it helped in reducing the accident rates. The traffic queues were ultimately reduced by the self motivation of the students, and the noise pollution and air pollution that were taking place also reduced. And the precious time of people which were getting wasted when they were stuck in the queues, also we saved a lot of human hours in this way. And like this and we got success. So we all know that no plan can work without challenges. So in this project, the main challenge was convincing the people, and but we kept on trying. We didn't left our stubbornness, and with this constant effort we finally got success by working 3 months constantly in this field. And I'm very happy to share that our this effort was got recognized globally, and we received first prize at France for it, for developing such a green and sustainable traffic plan for our schools. Thank you very much. So after it, Himangi will continue, and she will tell you about the next.
So, hello everyone, myself Himangi from Team Nature Bodies, and I am a captain cool, and I am a climate champion also, because I became a part of Captain Cool campaign. And today I am going to share my experience when I become a part of this campaign. So under Captain Cool campaign, I have learned a lot about how to calculate the carbon emission taking place into the atmosphere by the activities done by us. Like when we watch television, laptops for a long time, and also when we do not switch off the electrical appliances when not in use, as well as we use vehicles for short distances. So this activities creates a lot of carbon emission into the atmosphere. So when I become a part of this campaign, I have learned about them, and also learned about the power ratings, what that that electrical appliances has how much power ratings, as well as how much they emit carbon into the atmosphere. And then I have learned how to calculate them. So after being part of this campaign, I have started reducing the carbon emission into my daily life by adopting low carbon lifestyle, and have inspired my friends also to adopt the low carbon lifestyle, as well as to become a part of this Captain Cool campaign. So this Captain Cool campaign help us to reduce the carbon emission taking place into the atmosphere, because this carbon emission creates a lot of problem to our environment as well as our ecosystem, because this creates global warming and climate change. So now I am proud to say that I am a Captain Cool, and I have become a climate literate. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Uttam Kumar Tamboli from Team Nature Bodies. And as Himangi told you about how we have conducted our Captain Cool project, and the way we perform the Captain Cool project, and the way with which we motivate people to adopt the low carbon lifestyle is with the help of our Captain Cool app. We three students, means me, Poonam, and Himangi, have developed a Captain Cool app, which is a web-based application that we have installed in our website, that is in www.naturebodies.in. And in that, we have developed specific three calculators. The first one is carbon emission calculator, second one is carbon emission reducer, and third one is the green calculator. So with the help of three calculators, we give climate literacy to the students. Like with the first calculator, we have made a list of appliances that we use in our home or any place of being that we have with us, be it office or anywhere else. And in that, you have to do what you have to do is to select the appliances that you use on a daily basis. Then on every appliance, you have to fill three data, like what is the power rating of that appliance, what number of hours do you use in a day, and the number of appliances that you have, like how many, like if you are having 40 watts tube light, then if you are using it for 12 hours a day, and you have four tube lights in your home. So likewise, there is we have an application chart, or we can say the checklist, in which we have to select the appliances and fill these data. When the user fills all these data for the respective appliances, then there is a data which you have to fill is about the cost per unit. Like we all have electricity bills in our home, so in that you can see that for 1 unit of electricity, how much rupees or how much currency of amount you pay. So when a person adds that data to the calculator, then our calculator will give out output of annual consumption of electricity, annual emission of carbon dioxide into the environment, and the amount of money that we have paid in order to facilitate with the electricity. So with this calculator, one can easily understand and calculate how much amount of carbon emission he is doing into the environment, how much amount of units he or she is using on an annual basis. And doing this is a very easy process with our Captain Cool project, which and that is only and unique part of our project, because earlier it was in a booklet that was made by Prabhudev Sodhi sir, and we took information and inspiration from him to make it in a form of app, so that every age group of people, be it children, be it young adults, be it old people, can use them. So after this calculation, then comes our second calculator, that is carbon emission reducer. Like we are using electricity, so it is not practical to say that we should switch off everything. We are using it because we need that, right? So in order to reduce them, what we can do is switch off the electrical appliances from the main plug point when they are not in use. Like we are using laptops, so right now we are doing this video call. So we are using it. So when it is charged like 100%, then we can switch it off from the laptop instead of connecting it or plugging in it for the entire session. If we have the battery, then we can switch off from the main appliance. So with this, we have made the same checklist for the reducer list, and in that you can select like how much amount or how much number of hours, how many number of hours you can switch those appliances on a daily basis, and for how much time. Like if you're starting from today, so maybe it would be hard for anybody to pledge for 1 month or 2 months directly. So at first you can do for 7 days. Like for 7 days, I will turn off the TV 2 hours per day. When you fill this data, then our calculator will give you the amount of carbon emission you will save from going into the environment. Like this, there are many appliances which you can select as per your convenience. Then the third calculator is a green calculator. Like it is in the data that every plant that is planted soaks in around 3.66 to 10 kgs of CO2 on 1 year duration. So we have made this calculator on the basis of that, like a number of plants that you plant, and with the height that they are actually in, with the variety that they're actually in. So when you put that data, then our calculator will calculate that how much amount of CO2 that you will be able to absorb from going into the environment on a per year basis. So these are the three calculators that we have worked on, and along with this we give training to the students. Like the reason for making this app in a web-based application instead of an application that you can install directly from the Play Store is that anybody, be it an Android user or an iPhone user, can directly go into their browser and can search for nature bodies to use it. So that there is no need to install this app on your phone, because our primary focus is that to make this low carbon lifestyle reach the remote places of our country, be it our Chhattisgarh or be it our nation, because there are many rural places in which people don't have high quality mobile devices or technology. So that this app can hold very little space in their phone, we have made this web-based application. Also, the reason for what we have made with here is to make them climate literate. Like in COVID, we have seen that online education has picked up a rapid pace. So students have got laptops, students have got iPhone or any technology for attending their online sessions, but they don't have the knowledge of how much carbon emission this activity releases into the environment. So we want to make them climate literate so that they can do smart work in their field, and they can use all the appliances smartly, so that we can learn and also contribute our efforts into the environment for its conservation. Like when we have lockdown in a place, then we cannot go out. So there is a perception that we are at home, so we cannot do anything for saving to the environment. No, it's not like that. If you are climate literate, if you are a climate champion, then being right in your room, you can also contribute your efforts to limit the amount of carbon emission that you are emitting in the environment. And with that, you can also contribute to the environment even when you are sitting in your home right now. So with this idea, we are focusing this initiative to spread in all the schools of Chhattisgarh that we are primarily in, and we are hoping that this app can be circulated in every state of our nation, so that every student can have this application in their phone, and by using that on a daily basis, they can have a regular habit of calculating the amount of carbon that they're emitting in the environment, and in this way they can be climate literate. So with this project, we want that every age group of students also learn it for themselves, then teach 5 more students and ask them to teach other 5 more students. So in this way, we'll be able to propagate a long chain of climate literacy among people. Because we hope that right now we are doing a pilot project of the Captain Pool in 3 districts with around 500 students with us, and we hope that this 500 students will keep learning what we are teaching them, and will help everybody to learn it for themselves as well. So that is what we do, and I would like to ask if anybody has any question, then they can ask for sure.
All right, guys, if you have any questions, just let us know and we'll definitely forward them to them, give a very detailed explanation of what they've created. I think a lot of us sit with the misconception that using our phones reduces the amount of waste we put out into this world. But honestly speaking, you have to be very aware, and I think awareness is the very first step. Thank you so much, all of you, for